Jeffrey Epstein is dead, but the questions he left behind are still alive. Was it suicide? Was it murder? Or was it something much bigger than just one man? Epstein was not just another criminal. He was a billionaire with private jets, private islands, and connections to the most powerful people in the world. His life looked like a mystery novel, and his death like the final unsolved chapter. Who was Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein was born in 1953 in New York. He worked as a teacher before suddenly entering the world of finance. By the 1990s, he was stunningly rich. He owned a $20 million mansion in New York, a luxury home in Palm Beach, a private island in the Caribbean, and a private jet. People described him as a Gatsby-like figure, a man surrounded by wealth and mystery. But behind this glamorous image, there was another side, a dark side. First allegations. In 2005, Palm Beach police received reports. Young girls were seen going in and out of Epstein's mansion. Some said they were being paid for massages. But investigators soon realized these were not normal massages. According to police records, multiple underage girls accused Epstein of sexual abuse. There was what witnesses described as a revolving door of girls. The case kept growing. More victims came forward. This should have ended Epstein's freedom forever. But it didn't. The controversial deal. In 2008, Epstein made a deal with prosecutors. Instead of facing federal charges, he pleaded guilty to state charges. His punishment? 13 months in jail, with work release. He could leave jail during the day for crimes involving minors. Many later called this one of the worst failures of the criminal justice system. The victims were not informed about the deal, and Epstein walked out, still rich, still powerful. Epstein's power and connections. Epstein had connections to politicians, business leaders, celebrities, royal figures. Court documents later showed that many powerful people had visited his properties. This raised one terrifying question. How did he avoid serious punishment? Many believed he had influence, he had money, and he had protection. To survivors, it felt like the system protected him, not them. Arrest again, 2019. In 2019, new evidence reopened the case. Epstein was arrested by federal authorities. This time, he faced serious charges: sex trafficking, abuse of minors. If convicted, he would likely spend the rest of his life in prison. For the victims, this was hope. Finally, justice seemed possible. Death in jail. On August 10th, 2019, Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his jail cell. The official ruling: suicide by hanging. But immediately, doubts appeared. Security cameras malfunctioned. Guards were reportedly asleep. He had been taken off suicide watch days earlier. People around the world asked, how does the most high-profile prisoner in America die under guard? Was it negligence or something else? To this day, many believe the full truth has not been revealed. The victims speak. Epstein's death closed the criminal case against him, but it did not end the story. Survivors came forward and said he did not act alone. They wanted accountability, answers, justice. They said this was not just one man. It was a network, a system, a structure that allowed abuse to continue. A bigger iceberg. Investigators described Epstein's life as just the tip of the iceberg. Behind him were questions about who enabled him, who protected him, who knew and stayed silent. Civil lawsuits continue. Names appear in court documents, not as proven criminals, but as people connected to Epstein. The truth is still being uncovered. Conclusion. Jeffrey Epstein is dead, but the case is not finished. His victims are still alive. Their voices are still demanding justice. This was not just about one man. It was about power, silence, and how systems can fail. The monsters are not only in stories. Sometimes they wear suits, they fly private jets, and they hide in plain sight. And the biggest question remains: was Epstein's death the end of the story, or the beginning of a much darker truth?